Hello viewers. See, the reality is it is difficult to remember stuff. And in the life of a medical student, one has to remember a lot of stuff and has to deliver it with confidence during an exam. This unfortunately does not end with your student life. You have to continue doing it for the rest of your life during interviews, if you choose to become a teacher, then during classes. So one has to make it easy for themselves to remember things. And therein comes, I believe, the most powerful weapon, which is logic. Use logic to understand what's happening, and then it'll be easy to remember. In this video, I will explain end staging of head neck cancer in a way that will ensure that you never forget it. But before you understand this, remember that this end staging does not apply to all head neck cancers. There are three notable exceptions: human papilloma virus related oropharyngeal cancer, nasopharyngeal cancer, and thyroid cancer have a different end staging. Now let's look at the end staging and how we can remember it. If we want to remember the end staging, we only need to remember two numbers. Just two numbers need to be remembered: 3 and 6. 3 comes in useful in two ways. One is there are three end stages, N1, N2, N3, and there is 3 centimeter. There is also 6 centimeter. In terms of the greatest dimension, we just need to remember 3 centimeter and 6 centimeter. Why do we need to bother about the greatest dimension? Because we are talking about lymph nodes here. Lymph nodes are spherical structures. They are spheres. And we know from school that spheres have 3 dimensions: length, breadth, and height. So we are only bothered about the greatest dimension, whether it is length, whether it is breadth, or whether it is height. That's not important. We are only bothered about the greatest dimension, whether it is less than 3 centimeter, is it 3 centimeter, is it more than 3 centimeter, is it less than 6 centimeter, is it 6 centimeter, or is it more than 6 centimeter. If we progress logically, we will be able to remember this without the need to memorize it ever again. Now imagine a person has cancer on the right side of the neck. Okay, so logically speaking, the cancer will spread first to the right side, and the first thing it usually spreads to is a lymph node of the right side. Same thing applies to the left side. Cancer usually spreads to the same side first. Same side in medical terms is called ipsilateral. So lymph node metastasis, that is the end staging, lymph node metastasis usually starts from the ipsilateral side and usually starts with a single lymph node. So a single ipsilateral lymph node is N1, but size is also there. What is the size? It has to be up to 3 centimeters in greatest dimension. So N1 is single ipsilateral lymph node up to 3 centimeter in greatest dimension. The moment this single ipsilateral lymph node becomes more than 3 centimeter but remains not more than 6 centimeters. So it is more than 3 but not more than 6 centimeters, it becomes N2A. So N2A is single ipsilateral lymph node more than 3 centimeter but not more than 6 centimeter in its greatest dimension. Right? N2B is, now there are multiple ipsilateral lymph nodes. Moment it is multiple ipsilateral lymph nodes, it is not mandatory for every single lymph node to be more than 3 centimeter in size. But it is important for each of these lymph nodes to not be more than 6 centimeter in its greatest dimension. So the language for N2B is multiple ipsilateral lymph nodes, none more than 6 centimeter in greatest dimension. N2C, because multiple ipsilateral has been covered, the next space to spread will be multiple bilateral. Of course, if you have bilateral, then you don't have to talk about multiple. It has to be more than one. Bilateral cannot be single. A statement like single bilateral lymph node does not make sense. So you just say bilateral lymph node. Also, contralateral lymph nodes. Bilateral lymph nodes or contralateral lymph nodes, none more than 6 centimeter in greatest dimension. So N2C is bilateral lymph nodes or contralateral lymph nodes, none more than 6 centimeter in greatest dimension. Now we come to N3A, where any lymph node more than 6 centimeter means the classification is N3A. What is N3B then? Any lymph node, single or multiple, with extranodal extension is N3B. So in all the others, N1, N2A, N2B, N2C, N3A, there was no extra nodal extension. So that's an easy way, in my opinion, for you to remember N-staging. Let me know if I need to simplify it further or if this was easy for you to understand. I look forward to your comments.